Hi everybody, my name is Arthur and welcome to another PixelPAD tutorial. We are coding our Clash Royale light game, right? In the last class, we added the mana to our game, the mana system to our game, right? But there's something that I want to change in this system is that I don't like seeing stuff on the console window, right? So instead, we are gonna add the mana inside our game so we can actually see our mana here, right? So I will stop this and I will first look for a sprite, and there's a sprite called mana bar. So let's find the mana bar. GM, so here, mana bar. So I'm gonna get that sprite, select asset, mana bar, okay. And I have my mana bar uploaded here in PixelPAD for us. And I'm gonna also need a class to store my mana bar, right? To hold my mana bar. So I'm gonna add a new class and I'm gonna call it mana bar. Inside this mana bar, I will give it the sprite that we just uploaded. So self.sprite is gonna be equals a new sprite from the image manabar.png. Right, that's the name of my image, manabar.png. And now I'm gonna create this mana bar inside of our game for us. And again, this is not my unit's mana bar, this is not my life's bar mana bar, that's my game's mana bar, right? So I'm gonna go inside my game, and here, close to where I create my mana and my mana timer and all that stuff, I will add some lines and I'll say that my game dot mana bar is a mana bar. So my game dot mana bar is a mana bar. And then now when I press play, you can see that we have the mana bar there right in the middle of our game. Let's bring this down. So I can say that game dot mana bar bar dot y is gonna be, let's try minus 300. Let's see where it goes. Stop and play. Okay, I think I can bring it more. So minus 400. Nope, minus 400 disappeared. So I'm gonna try minus 350. Okay, that's good enough. I just wanna bring my card up a little bit now because now I have my mana bar and I want to put my mana bar down there. So I want to bring my card here, ghost card, y minus 300. Let's bring it up a little bit. So minus 280. Stop and play. And there you go. And now, as I'm already here, I'm going to bring it a little bit more to the left. That's better. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to keep updating the mana bar's scale according to the mana we have, right? And that's why we have the game.mana and the game.max mana. And if you remember from the life bar, we did it, we scale the life bar according to the life and the maximum life, right? And we just divide the life by the maximum life. And we just have to do the same thing for the mana bar. So here inside my mana bar, I'm gonna go to the loop tab. And here in the loop tab, my mana bar is gonna keep saying, okay, that's my new scale according to the game's mana and the game's max mana. So I can say that self.scale x. So my own scale x is gonna be the game.mana divided by game.max mana. So it's basically the same with what we did with the life, right? It's the life divided by maximum life. Here we're doing the mana divided by the max mana. Okay, now if I press stop and play, you can see that my mana bar is already working very nicely, right? It keeps increasing when my mana is increased, and whenever I spend mana, then my mana bar shrinks. That's great. And now that we have the mana bar displayed on the screen, we don't need to keep printing our mana every time, right? So I'm gonna go inside my pointer first in the loop tab, and I'm gonna remove that print game mana whenever I spend more mana. I don't want to print that. And we are also printing the mana on the game loop tab whenever we get more mana. So I also don't want to print my mana here. So I'm going to get rid of that. And now you can see that when I press play, I don't get more numbers here. And I can see how much mana I have. But it's quite hard to see the exact amount of mana we have, right? Because we don't have a number here showing us the number for mana. So like here, do I have 3? Do I have 4? I don't know, right? So what we're going to do next is we're going to make the mana bar to display the amount of mana that it has. So here on the start tab on my mana bar, I'm going to create a text. So I can say that the mana, I'm going to say that my self.mana text is going to be a new underscore text. So here I have to say 3 things. What is this text going to say? Where is this text located in the X position? And where is this text located in the Y position? So this text is going to say the game.mana. That's what this text is going to display, right? Comma. It will be located on which X? So I want it to be located on the same position as my mana bar. So this new text is going to be located on self.x, comma, self.y. So this new text is going to display my mana on the same position as my mana bar X and mana bar Y. And whenever we stop and play the game, we can see that that doesn't really work that well, right? I mean, it has a 0 because my mana starts with 0, and it is located right in the middle because if you remember from what we did with the life bar, that's the same thing. So here inside the game, what happens is that we create the mana bar first, right? And then my mana bar gets its sprite and creates its own mana. And then later, the game repositions my mana bar. So when my game repositions my mana bar, that's too late because my text was already created there. So what I want to do here is I don't want the game to reposition my mana bar. My mana bar can do it by itself. So I'm going to go inside my mana bar. And before I create my text, I'm going to reposition my mana bar. So I'm going to say that my own position on the y-axis is going to be minus 200. What was that? 380? I don't remember now. I think it was 380. Let's see. No, that's not 380. I don't remember. It's 300. No. Is that 280? Oh, no, 300 was there. So it's 350, I guess. Yeah, as you can see, it was 350. But now you can see that my mana text is created right on the position of my mana bar, right? But it is not really on the same position. But that's because of how this text is aligned. So in our game, we have the mana bar and we have the number, right? Let's say the mana bar's middle position is right here or around there, right? Somewhere around there. When I tell the game to place the new text on the same position as my mana bars X and Y, what I'm doing is I'm taking this text and putting it here, right? That's what it should be doing, but actually it is doing something like this. So my text is not really centralized because of the way the texts are aligned. So you can see that my text is not aligned having the middle as its anchor point. It actually has the top left at its anchor point. So whenever I aligned my text, I'm not aligning the middle of my text, I'm aligning that center point of my text. So what we have to do is just to bring this text a little bit up, right? So to bring it up a little bit, I will not put it on the same position as my Y, but I will increase some pixels here to bring it up. Let's try 10 pixels. So I stop and play my game. And now it's quite better if you can see, right? But I want it more visible, so I will bring it more up. Maybe 15 would be better. Wait, let me stop and play. Okay, 15 is better. But my number is still not updating with the mana that I have in game yet, right? We're gonna fix that soon. One thing I want to fix first is that we can change the font size of this number. So I can say here that my self.mana text, so my mana text dot font size, so the font size of my mana text is gonna be, and then now I can change the font size. So if I wanted, for example, 80, yeah, that could work. Now I have my number with 80 font size, and you can see that it went down again because I've changed the font size. So you have to take care with this. Just choose the font size first, and then later you change the positioning of the number to get it on the right position you want. I think 80 is too big. I just put it there to show you, but I think I'm gonna use 30. That should be great for me. Yeah, 30 is visible enough, and I just want to bring it down a little bit. Wait, let me see. Stop and play. Yeah, I want to bring it up a little bit. So 20, I'll bring it 25. Yeah, that's better to me. Okay, now the last thing is to make this number to be updated with my game mana, my current mana, right? And to do that, I'm gonna stop here. And if I have to keep updating this text to be always my game mana, I have to do it on the loop tab to keep always refreshing it, right? And here on the loop tab, I just have to say that self.myManaText dot text. So the text of my mana text, so the text inside my mana text is gonna be the same as my game dot mana. We were doing this before here, right? The game mana, but this is not a loop. This is just a start. So only when the mana text was created, it was assigned the 0 because my mana is also 0 when the games started, right? But then on the loop tab, I want to keep refreshing my mana text to be always whatever my game mana is. And then now, as you can see, it's already working. It keeps updating with my mana, and even if I spend some mana, you can see that the number also updates, right? Which is pretty cool. So that's what we have for the class today. Press save on your game, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!